this about my human design, it was quite honestly one of the most impactful, like, oh my gosh, I can finally breathe when it comes to creating content and not feeling like I had to follow the marketing rules. And that's what I wanted to share with you all today. So we're looking at the throat center. So ideally, you have your human design chart pulled up, or you can get access to it as we're kind of talking through this right now, because typically, what we hear when it comes to human design, a lot of people will very quickly relate to their type. So generator, manifesting generator, projector, reflector, manifester, right? Like, it's a very easy way to say, oh, I'm a generator, or even I'm a 2-4 generator. The parts I love even more about human design are the centers, are diving into really all of these like squares and triangles, because they make up such an incredible like depth to our chart that just knowing you're a manifestor, just knowing you're a generator does not encompass. So when we look at the throat center from that perspective of marketing and how we are designed to communicate, the thing I hear all the time in the marketing space is use your client's exact words to make your content convert. And I am turning that on its head today, because that advice can work for some, and for others, it does not at all. It's really all about how you are truly designed to communicate. And your throat center really is all about what you are here to share with the world and your style of communication. So depending on whether your throat center is defined or undefined, really shows us how you are meant to express yourself and your business in your marketing. At the event I was at earlier this morning for my mom, she is also an entrepreneur. Like, it must just be in the blood. And it's 11:11 here right now. Oh my goodness, like how amazing. So she was a longtime entrepreneur, 26-ish years in the marketing field. And so the person who introduced her said that she gives voice to other businesses. She really worked a lot with a lot of nonprofits and really loved being able to support nonprofits and give them a voice inside the community. And when he said that, it was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what we're doing here today. This very like tiny component of your human design chart is really what I'm so passionate about, because it is about giving you voice as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and helping you to learn how to express it in the most natural way possible that actually converts your clients and makes content feel fun and easy. So the other quote that I really loved, and I don't have it up here on the screen, but it was from Oprah, and she said, "Speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we have." And that's what we get to do here today, is share with each other our truth and learn a little bit about our human design. So this is exactly how we do that. So if you have a defined throat, you can see it highlighted here. It's shaded in on the chart. The old advice of use your client's exact words is just not true for you. And quite honestly, this was so freeing for me, because this is my chart. I was like, I'm pretty sure this was my chart. So I clearly have a defined throat. You are here to share your message with conviction and with truth. So what feels true to you is what you need to share. And it's no playing safe, no being the nice girl, something I have really had to learn along my journey of how I communicate, how I give myself voice. It's because when you speak honestly, your ideal clients are so attracted to you, because they're like, wow, I think I've heard this before, but I've never heard it that way. I've never heard you say it that way. I've never heard someone else say it this way. And it lands as a truth for them that they're like, I think I know this, but I've never, it's something is really landing for me. So what you say to them makes so much sense because it came from you. Again, that defined throat, not a template. And quite honestly, it might feel uncomfortable at first. I know it did for me, but it was so much more freeing to know that, oh, I don't have to parrot my clients' words back to them. What lands the most is when I say it from a space of, I know this to be true, and I know you need to hear this. So stopping caring about what other people will think, hard, but it is what will literally change everything inside of your business for a defined throat. Our undefined throat, your best content comes from responding to something. So even, my generators are like, well, I respond all the time, but I have a defined throat. So this is again where human design can get very nuanced here, but on my undefined throat picture didn't change over. So I apologize for that. Essentially, this should be white. This one here for an undefined throat should be white like it is down here at the bottom. So if you have an undefined throat, it is not colored in for you. I didn't realize the picture must have shifted somehow. Oh, I can see what's happening. We'll come back to that later. But when it comes to the undefined throat, the advice to stay really consistent in your messaging, that's actually hindering your own content, because to say the same thing every single time, it's not how you are designed to operate. Your messaging is not supposed to sound the same every single time, because what you have to say really shifts depending on who you surround yourself with, the environments you're in. And it's not that you're inconsistent in your message. It's really how you are designed to communicate with others. So for you, it's all about being an energetic match to the room that you are in and what others are bringing to the table. So for you, your best content can't be rehearsed or even scripted, because again, it's going to be a reflection of those that you're around, and it emerges in that real conversation, questions, real moments. So for you, trust what's bubbling up, trust what you share will land with the exact people who need to hear it, because it will. So I'd love to know, before we actually head into breakout rooms, what is everyone's throat center? Are you defined or undefined? Because I think that would actually be fun to do. Set up the breakout rooms depending on everyone's throat center. Okay, Wendy, undefined. Michelle, undefined. Wendy, defined. Jeannie, do you know yours? Do you have your chart with you? I wonder if I've done your chart before.
No, I still don't know any of it. I haven't been able to find my time of birth, and I think
no worries.
I think when I did some kind of test, I was, you say generator and manifestor, and I'm like, yes, and then I'm like, oh, but which
yeah, well, and it can be a combo. You could be a manifesting generator as well. So
I do feel like, just from me, that I'm defined, because I don't care what anybody else is wanting me to say. I'm telling them what I want to say. So, but then you're like, oh, but you can do that. So yeah.
Right. And yeah, exactly. And that, I think that's the part that, again, I always come back to when it's, oh, there we go. With human design, is that there is such nuance to it. I mean, even Wendy can speak to Wendy with an I can speak to. We did a training inside of the Aligned Success Collective a couple months ago, all about the G center. So when we Okay, I am still sharing my screen. I was like, what is happening here? When you look at your chart, sorry, again. Okay, so this one down here is your G center, and which is your identity center. And we were talking about like how you show up across social media platforms and in person, doing, networking, all of that kind of stuff. But it was such a nuance, because if this was defined, but this was undefined, can shift how you actually like speak your content. So that training was incredible, and I loved it so much.